If you are a Nigerian living in diaspora and you have not been investing in Nigerian stock market, you are missing out a lot. Nigerian stock market has been performing really well since 2023 till date. In fact, this year now, Nigerian stock market has done about 40% year to date, right? Hello, my name is Coach David Hephzibah. On this channel, I teach you how to make your money work for you, right? So what I want you to do right now is to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button, like, comment, and join this super amazing community. So let's dive in. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can invest in Nigerian stock market as a diaspora. A lot of time people have been telling me, oh, I would rather invest in dollars than in naira. Naira is depreciating and all that. So me personally, I work with data. I don't work with emotions and I don't work with sentiment. I check data, right? Nigerian stock market did very well last year. I think around 37%. Right now, we're in the month of November, and this stock has done really well. Nigerian's all share index has done about 38%. About over 20 trillion has been added this year alone to Nigerian stock market. So if you are abroad and you are saying, oh, I'd rather invest in dollar, okay, that's fine. Nigerian stock market is one of the best performing stocks in the world right now. You can just check it. Just do a little Google search, right? So today I'm going to be showing you how you can invest. The first thing you need to do is to set a goal. You don't just want to buy Nigerian shares because you hear a lot of people saying, oh, invest in Nigerian shares and all that. You want to know the reason why you are doing that. You need to set a goal. Why am I investing? As if for a long time, am I investing because after some time I want to come to Nigeria? I don't want to depend on family members or anybody, God forbid, right? So you need to know your reason. And the second thing you need to do is to open a brokerage account, right? Let me even explain a little bit about stock, because some people have been hearing stock market, and you are confused. What is all this stock market people are talking about? So stock market is like a physical market. So let me give you an example. Look at this pot of jollof rice. If you want to cook a pot of jollof rice, what do? You go to the market, right? So stock market is like that. So if you want to invest, you go to stock market and look for companies that have the potentials of giving you more profit, of making your money work for you and give you a higher return. So let's look at some companies, right? There are some company last year, Julian PLC did about 1,600%, meaning 100,000 naira invested into this company in January 2024 is now about 1.6 billion naira. Let's look at NACO. NACO has done about 200% this year. NACO is a Nigeria aviation company, right? So let's say you invest 1 million naira into NACO in January 2025. Your money is now over 3 million naira. That's the power of investment. So it's just like that. So you go to the stock market just like you go to the physical market to look for the ingredient that you use to cook a pot of jollof rice. So you also take your money and go to the financial market, equity market, right? Or stock market. You go there and begin to look for stocks that can make your money double in interest, increase in interest. Then once you find it, then you buy the shares and you are patient. That's how stock market works. So if you want to buy a gadget, let's say you want to buy a smartphone, where do you go to? You go to mall, you go to where they are selling it, right? So now you have a desire to buy a smartphone, you go to where they are selling it. But now is this how it works also in stock market? You have money. Let's say you have 5 million naira and you are looking for how to turn that 5 million naira to 7 million naira. You now go to stock market. Look for companies that have the potentials of doing very well, that have been doing really well before. Even though the last performance does not guarantee the new performance, you look for stocks that are doing very well before and have the potential of doing very well, and you lock in that your 5 million naira and it gives you a return, right? So that's how stock market works. So the thing now that you need to do, if you have like 10 million naira or 5 million naira, you are looking for how to invest in Nigerian stock market, the first thing you need to do is not just a brokerage account, is a knowledge. You need financial knowledge. So I will advise you book a one-on-one session with me where I will show you how to invest rightly, how to make your money work for you, how to invest in Nigerian stock market, how to pick the good companies to invest into, right? The link to my one-on-one session is on the description also, all right? On the comment section also. Just book a one-on-one session with me. Fine. So after you've gotten that knowledge, what you need to do next is, remember I told you it's a step-by-step guide video. So what you need to do next is to open a brokerage account. Now you are not in the market as a gambler or as someone looking for way to double his money fast, because you already have the knowledge through Coach David Hephzibah. What you need to do next is to open a brokerage account. So who are brokers, right? We call them brokers. right? You need to get a broker before you have a brokerage. Who are brokers? Brokers, they are intermediary between you and the company that you want to invest in. So look at this, right? This is MTN. So you can't walk to MTN and say, I want to buy your shares. They will tell you, go and look for a legalized brokers. Those brokers, they are the one that connect you with the company, right? With the company shares. Okay. So this is how it works. Let me give you an example. If you want to rent an apartment, you go and look for an agent. So I'm used in overseas, we use brokers, right? Real estate brokers, we call them real. But let me just use Nigerian terminology so that you'll be able to understand it, right? If you're loving this video, what I want you to do right now is to subscribe. Hit that subscription button. Do it right now. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Wow, you have done that. Thank you. So you subscribe, you like, you hit notification button so that anytime I drop super amazing video like this, you'll be the first to see the video. So now you're going to look for an agent. That agent will now connect you to the landlord. Remember, the agent is not the owner of that house. He only connected you to the landlord. And you do your transaction, you make your payment, you will start staying in that house. That's how it works. So you can't go directly to First Bank or GTP and say, I want to buy your shares. They will say, go and look for a broker, a legit broker. Look for them, buy the company shares through them, right? That's how it works. So after that, after you've registered with a broker, they will give you a brokerage account. You can now buy shares. So that's it. So now, how do you get registered? Because there are some things that they're going to ask when you want to open a brokerage account. The first thing they will ask for your NIN, they will ask for your BVN. It will tell you to take a picture. So you need to do that. So if you're a Nigerian diaspora and maybe you don't have your BVN or NIN, your BVN and your NIN is already linked to your local bank account. So you can as well reach out to your banks, your banks in Nigeria. Just send them mails. Most of them have their mails, right? Or if you have anybody that is working in those banks, reach out to them to help you. So they will help you get the NIN. So you can just download. So let me use Afriverse Security as an example, right? So if you want to register with Afriverse Security, they have an app. With that application, you can be able to buy shares. Okay, so you go to your Play Store or Apple Store, download Afriverse 2.0. When you download it, you do your registration. This thing that I just mentioned, they're going to ask you for your NIN, your voter's card. They will tell you to take a selfie because they want to know who is investing, right? So they will ask you for those things. Once you get verified, voila, you can invest. But this is where the real work is. It's not just enough for you to buy shares. Some people bought shares and they are in losses. You need to know how to invest rightly, how to pick good stocks. That is why you need to join our community. Inside our community, you will learn all these things in our community, how to pick good stocks, because it is not every stocks that are worth buying. There are some stocks you buy, we call them illiquid stocks. When you buy those stocks, it is very, very difficult for you to be able to sell, right? So for example, now you invest 5 million naira into a shares. By the time you want to sell it, nobody is interested in buying those shares. So it becomes difficult. You don't want to buy those kind of stocks. You buy stock that even if you are coming with 500 million, when you want to sell, you come out easily. So let me give you an example. Every day, there's a transaction on UBA stocks, GTB stocks, right? Even though you are coming with 5 million, 10 million, you can easily come in and go out. But if you buy some penny stocks, you will be seeing your profit like this, but you won't be able to sell it. Why? Because people are not focusing on those stocks because they don't have good potentials. So very important that you have knowledge. If you're loving this video already, right? Try to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button, like, comment in the comment section what you've learned so far from this channel and from this video, right? Thank you so much for joining today's session, right? So if you are a Nigerian in diaspora, it is very important that you invest. Keeping your money in the bank will always make you broke, will always make you more poorer because inflation will roll it away. The only way that your money can grow, that 50 million naira in your bank account, the only way that money can grow and give you more money is when you invest it, not when you keep it. In fact, the platform that you are using to save that money, naturally, there's something called fractional lending, meaning banks are legalized to use your money for investment. And they can only give you maybe 2 to 5% annually. That is if you don't invest, if you don't withdraw that money, right? Maybe up to 3 months. So even banks, they are legalized. It is called fractional lending. They are legalized to use your money to invest. So let's say they invest 500 million naira into a money market mutual funds, and that money market mutual fund is giving them 20%, right? 500 million naira invested, that's about 100 million. Where did they see the money? It's the same money that we're keeping in our bank account, right? So you need to be very smart with your money. So that's it. You need to invest. Keeping your money in the bank is not the way out. So if you want to join our community, there's a link to our community in the description, and also I'll pin it in the comment section. Just click on it, right? Join our community, and I'm going to see you in the next video. There's a video popping up right now on your screen. You don't want to be jumping around. Click on it to get more knowledge on this channel. My name is Coach David Hephzibah, your money teacher. See you in the next video. Thank you.